Welcome back, viewers. In the first video, we had understood the dashboard until the service analytics uh, section in the dashboard. Let's move on to the very next section or the box that is there on the dashboard. It's service staff analytics. This section, as the name suggests, basically explains us or gives us a complete 360 view of our staff performance. The very first box that was giving us a 360 view of the traffic or the tokens that are being served from a service point of view. The second section basically gives us a 360 view of the staff in terms of the staff performance that we have. If I look at this, it is basically showing us the different percentage of tokens that are served by each staff. I'll come to details so that it's much easier for us to understand. If I click and get to see the details, it clearly tells me Muhammad Ramadan Muhammad is an agent who has the highest ticket served. That's 2,637. Which is coming to 19.56% of our total tokens. Then we have Hind Musa Abdullah Muhammad Musa, who has done 2,585, the second agent, and it is coming to 19.17%. Then we have Saeed Al Balochi, 2,110 tokens, which is 15.65%, and so on. It is also showing us the average service time for each agent. So this area basically gives us a complete details of the the tokens that are being served by each agent, and it also gives us an overview of their service time, so that you can identify which agents are performing well, which agents are having higher service time, and which agents are having lower service time. But of course, their service times are based on the services that they are given. For example, the service time of a teller counter staff might be lower than compared to customer service, because customer service staffs are giving services which might be time consuming. For example, bank account opening or any other service which might be taking relative higher time periods, time slots for completing the transactions and providing services in comparison to the teller staff. Then we move on to the other information that is provided in this section under process 0. This figure basically gives you a details of tokens which are being served in the counters at this given point of time. Served tokens, these are the total tokens that are being served, that are already served till date, for that the period that you have selected in setting. It's 26,390. It's the same amount, same figure that you can see on the top here as well. I can click and I can get to see a complete detail of these 26,390 tokens. Let's see what details it has to offer us. It's taking a bit of time because it's huge data. 26,000 records are there. Okay, so here the details it is showing: date, branch, ticket, status, service, agent. It also shows the agent. Basically it's showing us blank because I believe the older agent information has been removed, so it's not showing us the agent information. So it shows us the agent information of the remaining records. What was the wait time for that particular ticket, and what was the service time for that particular ticket. So wait time, if it shows us a green arrow, that means it has been within the benchmark wait time. If it is showing anywhere, it is showing red arrow across the entire system, that means that particular ticket has violated the benchmark wait time or the benchmark service time. So these are our process tickets. Then we have tickets in pending. If there are any tickets that are in pending, those will be shown here. Redirect manager, this is not really applicable to the banking scenario, so we can just ignore this figure. The next section in blue is a very interesting section. It's a new function that we have developed in this version, that's basically taking care of the it's basically monitoring and managing the time the it's basically just hold on please. Okay, it's basically managing the it's basically just a second please, sorry for the interruption. Sorry for the interruption. It's the new section, basically the blue section that you can see here. It's intended to manage, monitor and manage the breaks that are taken by the customer, by the agents, by the counter staff. Whenever they go for a break, they'll be specifying in the system that they're going for a break. Okay, and there are different reasons that they can choose for, and each reason has a time period for which they can go. For example, if I go on a lunch break and the lunch break is, let's say, 15 minutes, if I don't come back to the desk and resume from the break in 15 minutes, it will generate me an email notification. It will generate an email notification to the agent. It will generate an email notification to you that there is a break violation, and it will generate a notification on the dashboard as well. You can see here service staff breaks violation is there, so this count will increase. You can click, you can get to see the details, date, branch, agent, status is on break, reason he went on a meal break, what time it was started, and it exceeded the time. Okay, now coming to this section back, it basically tells you the active staff. The active staff are the people who are available on the counters at this given point of time. You can click and you can get to see the details. Staff on break are people who are on staff, who on break. Inactive staff are people who are staff agents who are available in the branches, but they are not really logged into the system. Those are inactive staff. And then absent staff is, of course, people who have not come to the office. Now a question might be coming to your mind, that how does a queue management system identify who are the absent staffs? Okay, so I'll explain that. If an agent an agent does not really log into the queue management system on a particular day, until it logs in for the first time of the day, it will be considered as an absent staff. As soon as they log in the first time, the system will understand that the person is present, and then when they log out, they log in for the first time and then they are unavailable, they log out, then they will, from that point of time, they will be considered as inactive staff, not absent staff. So I hope I have explained it well. Then you can see highest tickets, lowest tickets done by any agent, highest service time and the lowest service time for any particular token. Okay, then we have violations here. Violations are basically service time violation and service staff breaks. Service time violations are basically violations when any ticket will exceed the benchmark service time. Immediately a violation notification will be provided to you on the dashboard, and an email notification will be generated to your email. Email notification will be generated specifying that so and so ticket of so and so token which is being served by X agent has violated the service time. So you will be getting the notifications on the dashboard, you will be getting an email notification as well. So you will be able to take the necessary action. If there are repeated service time violations by any particular agent, you can actually take an action and do the needful. Then it quickly tells us what percentage of our tokens are exceeding the service time. If I go back in the service analytics over here, it is showing us the percentage of tokens which are violating the wait time, which was 25.77%. If I scroll down in the service staff analytics, it is showing us the percentage of tokens which are exceeding the service time. So there is a difference on that. So this shows us 20.404% of our tokens are exceeding the service time. That's 5,304. If I click, I can get to see the details. Teller services, counters, other services, open an account and so on. I can click and I can get to see the details. Date, branch, ticket, status, service, who's the agent, what was the wait time and what was the service time. So it gives you all these details. Okay. So this was about service staff analytics. I move on to the next box. It's waiting and service serving time slabs. These are waiting time and service time slab. We have divided it into different sections: 0.5, 5 to 10, 0 to 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, 10 to 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes, 30 to 60 minutes, and 60 minutes and above. We have divided the entire tokens in different time ranges to understand which section or which time period is having what percentage of our customers. So this quickly tells us 68.65% of our customers are waiting for 0 to 5 minutes. Then there are 5 to 10. There are 13.75% of percentage of our customers who are waiting between 5 to 10%, and then there's 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 60. We can see 3.25 percentages of our customers are waiting from 30 to 60 minutes, and 60 minutes and above we don't have any percentage of tokens. So what, as an organization, what maximum we should try, that we occupy the maximum of our tokens on the lower time slabs. Same thing goes for service time as well. This quickly tells us, this shows us 73.8% of our tokens are taking from 0 to 5%, are between 0 to 5 minutes. Then 5 to 10 minutes are 15.93. 10 to 20 is 6.94, 20 to 30 is 1.7, and 30 to 60 minutes, 1.63% of our tokens are served within, are served in 30 to 60 minutes. So this, for managers, these quick figures are really helpful for making decisions. The next tab that we have here is peak and non-peak monitoring hours. Unfortunately, it does not have data, but this will basically show you graphs, and it will show you the waiting and the serving tokens between the working hours from 8 a.m. in the morning, let's say 10 p.m. at the night. It will quickly show you the number of tokens that are waiting or processing at given point of time. Looking at this graph, immediately you will identify your peak and non-peak hours, peak or non-peak hours. Thank you. We will end the second part of the dashboard here, and we'll continue in the next video. Thank you.